Okay, welcome to the very first episode of Elite Speech. This is not entertainment, this is not a show. This is a wake up call for men who want to think sharper, live stronger, and build real control over their lives.
Exactly, man.
And today's message is simple but brutal. Life is not for sale, but it's for lease.
Next.
Because people would say, like, what does that mean? If if it means you don't own your success, you don't own your health, you don't own your position, your freedom, your success, and or even respect, you lease it, and the payment is due every single day. And if you stop paying, it's gone instantly. You could like, so I could put it like this: you could be a millionaire, you could have all the money, but if you're not like focusing on it, you're not tracking where that money is going, it could be all gone in in a day,
Like, if
you
you
know?
don't have discipline and keep waking up every single day and showing up your business, whatever. Like, if you have a business and you stop showing up to it, like you can lose everything right away, like this. You know, you have to keep going,
Yeah,
and
man.
like if it's fitness, whatever it might be for you, you have to keep showing up every single day, non stop.
Yeah, and to those of you who don't know who this is, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Alejandro, an entrepreneur in drop shipping, e-commerce, and advertising. Yeah. We're doing this because we wanna help people wake up to the reality that, the world is not easy. It's not easy. You just get better, you know what I mean? It's like you get stronger every single day. Like you said, Christian, you have to keep showing up every single day. Otherwise, you're not gonna get stronger, or better.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just like it's the hard truth that people need to wake up to, and they don't accept that reality, and they stay stuck in the matrix with their 9 to 5 with no plan, you know. So how about we start here? Have you ever had a period in life where everything seemed to be going right, and then out of the blue it just fell off, like that plan didn't work at all, and you never tried anything new?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to, do drop shipping before, and I quit. I quit because I thought it was just easy. It was just go ahead and set up a store and sell, and that's it. But, I gave up. I didn't have the discipline. I didn't show up, like you said, every single day, and that's what happened. And I didn't try anything new for a long period of time until now. Yeah, and I just woke up and said, well, I have to do something. I can't keep working a 9 to 5 like a dumbass and and do nothing, just wake up and die like I achieved nothing, you know?
Yeah, man, exactly. Like that's the illusion most people live under. They think once they succeed, once they get that paycheck, they think they're set for life. But success is always rented, and life doesn't grace periods. You stop working, you stop moving, you stop being sharp, and everything you thought you had gets goes away because like you're busy on that one thing while you had to make time for other things you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like look, you can't own anything in life. Not health, not money, not power. Everything's temporary unless if it's maintained. That's why billionaires out here in the world like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they all have like managers managing their money and everything, but they could do that, like they could make time for themselves to manage their money. It's just like, yeah, that's an example of maintaining money. Like you hire people to maintain it for you. But let me ask you this: do you think people today are addicted to comfort? They want lifetime rewards for short bursts of effort. Why do you think that is? Like,
Yeah,
um
that's for sure.
yeah.
They prefer comfort because look, they think that watching Netflix is something good and it's like having a vacation for poor people, like with poor mindset, because not everyone is poor. It depends on the mindset, right? And like you said, you don't own anything. And yeah, I like that because uh life doesn't get easy, you know what I mean? You have to have like a manager or something. You have to make money while you sleep. That's the kind of mindset you need to have. You need to make money while you sleep, you know? And yeah, addicted to comfort. Most people, the entire world is addicted to comfort because they just want the easy thing, the fast result, and the fast result is the easy thing. And like I say, never take the easy path. Easy path is trash. Leave it for the poor people. Take the hard one, the one that teaches you, the one that makes you like please the Lord, that kneel. You know what I mean?
And yeah, and that's the payment. And if you miss it, life takes everything back without warning. Like you can look at the lottery winners. Like every month they win millions and millions of dollars. Even sometimes it rounds up to $1 billion. And these people spend their money like recklessly. They don't maintain that money, and they eventually run out after 2 or 3 years. That's how long it takes to waste
Like you
all
said,
that
they just
money if you're.
spend the money on stupid things. Like instead of investing the money, they just go ahead and go to a nightclub. They go to whatever this. They buy OnlyFans memberships. Like whatever. What the heck are you doing, bro? Invest your money. That needs to be your mindset.
Yeah, man, and then they marry a girl that's obviously a gold digger,
Yeah.
and the girl takes all of their money, and they end up depressed. But we don't want to end up like that, so let's not go down that road. But you know what happens when that that falls apart. So here, let me give y'all a weekly principle. So this is Elite Law 1. So every week on this show, I'll give you a principle, something to repeat, something to live by, something that cuts through noise. So here's Elite Law 1. Success is not owned, it's rented. And rent is due every day for the average American citizen, Or even all over all over the globe, like rent is due. Someone has to pay. So y'all gotta memorize that, because if you wake up with that mindset, you'll eventually be out of position and wondering where it all went wrong. And then like you
You
can lie
know,
to your friends, and you can lie to your followers, but you cannot lie to reality. So what do you think about this, Alejandro?
I like what you said that it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Like a person from Africa can be doing better than an American. And Americans have, we have, all the opportunities, and we throw it away. We throw it away. Like I don't know what they're doing with their lives, but they have to wake up, man. Like I was saying, a person from Africa can be, showing up every single day on his business, whatever, you know what I mean? And an American can be here clubbing at night, watching porn, and like I said, and all that stuff. He's throwing his life away. He thinks he's chilling, he's doing good, but he's not. He's not. Life is not about that. Life is about hard work. Life is about what you provide, to society. Because if you don't provide anything to society, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna be ended up in a circle that doesn't end, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's cause they think, oh, so I'm low class and I have to make it to low middle class or high middle class. I have to make it to these levels in life and to be comfortable. But the thing is, no matter what position you're in, you can't just be comfortable all the time. If you're middle class, you want to work your way to high middle class. If you're high middle class, you want to work your way up to low high class. If you're low high class, you just keep working up till you're on top. People get too comfortable with this stuff, and it knows whether or not you've been paying. In reality, It always collects. Rent always collects. It's like it's a part of time, you know. So if you're listening to this, and if you're seriously considering about leveling up, understand this. No one's coming to save you. The only way forward is to accept your truth. Nothing in this life is guaranteed. Everything is earned, and every day the meter resets. You know, so you gotta do the action. You gotta do this as soon as possible, because there's people in their late 20s that don't even got it figured out yet. And that's the thing. They're still working their job, and that's very scary, man. Like they didn't focus. So what do you think about this, Alejandro?
Yeah, a
Like
good friend of
about
mine,
all of
he's like in high school and he wanna go to college, but he doesn't even know what to do. And then I tell him, hey, what are you gonna go to college for? Waste your money, get into debt, then start your business, online business, whatever. Like you have to figure out before you go to college because if you don't figure it out, why are you going to college for? That it like it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And yeah, most people
yeah.
in life nowadays in 2020, even in 2025, people around 20s, even 30s, they don't have life figured it out, bro. Like I don't understand, you know? They don't the
Yeah,
dangerous
man.
part is that they don't work on it because you like no one, let's be honest, no one has his future figured out. You work on it, you get better, and then you figure it out. You know what I mean? But the most dangerous part is that they don't work on it.
Yeah, it's cause they. So I heard the average American citizen's plan for like to get rich is first they get a job. Maybe they consider college. They get that degree they want, but they just get stuck in that loop. They don't do any side hustles. They don't invest in anything, and it's just they've been told a big lie by like the media, man. It's sad that like you see an 80-year-old retiring with only $400,000 in her bank account, hers or his, you know, and that's all they make in their life. Like, what do you think about like old people retiring with that type of money?
Yeah, man. What I can think of when you say that is that they did not work enough when they were young. When they were young, they did not work enough. They were lazy. That's why they have that amount of money. They don't have enough money to live with. Nowadays, taxes are going up. You know, the government is raising the taxes, the food prices, the gas prices are going up. Everything's going up, and if you don't get ready for it, then you're gonna miss out. You know what I mean? And you're gonna end up in life where you can be a homeless because let's be honest, that amount of money that you said is not even enough. It's not even enough to if prices keep going up to pay your rent, car insurance if you have a car, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why like some people resort to do like illegal things to get fast cars and to like get fast money, but they don't realize that um they don't think that it's possible to do it the legal way, to make fast money the legal way. They always think it's illegal. Like for example, you see like a Lamborghini pull up to your gas station. What do you think that guy is? The average person thinks that guy's a drug dealer. He's some type of criminal. He did something bad in life in order to acquire that car. But no, like you gotta look on the bright side. Maybe he invented something. He made a good product, and like he became a successful man. He could be an influencer, you know? Like it's crazy what people think, you
Yeah,
know?
man. Yeah, nowadays people's mindset are wrong and they're poison, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, they're poisoned with everything, with the agenda they're especially being pushed on. But like back to the point, you know, like that's why life is not for sale. You can't sell life. Yeah, it's always going to be leased, no matter how you look at it. You still gotta pay something, and you just gotta, like, you can't own it, you know. So yeah,
Nothing in
man.
life. You can't own
So
anything in life. Life is not for sale, it's for lease, like you said. I agree with you.
yeah, man. There's a lot of people that say that line, like, "Oh, life is for sale. Life is for sale." Like, but what do you mean by that? Like, there's no meaning by life is for sale when every month people are paying to live life. You know, like that. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like it's a stupid line. That's why I made it. Life is not for sale. Life is for lease. So, like, you got any additional things you gotta say
Yeah, man.
before
To
we
all
end this,
young
man?
people, yeah, to all young people around the world, not just United States, wake up. It's time to wake up and make money and like Andrew Tate says, I love this what he says. If you're not here on earth to make money, to live a good life, to have fast cars, and to trust God and believe in Him, what the fuck are you doing then in life? What were you born for? Like you were born for something, and what I can tell to people is wake up, start making money, start your own business, personal brand, whatever it might be, you know? Figure it out. Work on figuring things out because once you figure out your future, what you want to do, then you start working on it. But first, you can't work on something that you don't know if it's gonna have a real future for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, like, people just gotta stay out of their comfort zone, even though whether they like it or not, they want to make all this money. They want to be successful. They gotta show that, like, they want to be successful. Like, there's a lot of people that just want this and that, but what are they willing to do for it? What are they willing to do for success? What are they
Are they willing to
willing to do
pay?
to be
Yeah.
millionaires?
Yeah, what
Yes.
are they willing to pay for it? Because success have a price. It's not easy, but at the end, it's gonna be worth it. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Like at first, it's gonna be hard steps because you don't got any networks. But that's why me and Alejandro, we have a Discord that could make this process easier for you if you want to. If you want to, like, get up and do something, we have, like, you name it all. We have any type of course. So, like, you could join Alejandro's course. I'll link it in the channel's description, and you could
okay.
join my course, Elite Road University,
Yeah, mine
and
mine is
we
Modern
offer
Business
we offer
University.
good.
Yeah, Modern
Yeah,
Business
yeah,
University, bro. They have to join. If they have that passion to be great in life and that thing inside of them that tells them, hey, join because if I don't join, I'm gonna miss out. So what I can tell is if you join, guys, you're gonna be making a lot of money. Okay, so don't miss out on that. Remember, Elite World University and Modern Business University, okay, are there for you to help you. We're gonna guide you every step of the way, and and
yeah. And if you're premium enough, if you do enough for the course, you will be on one of our top roles. And then what the top role basically means is that if the course ever goes big, you could go rich. Like, you could, like, be rich.
yeah, man.
And I will explain that in the next episode.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna be
know
talking
the
about that
way, I
later
know how.
on the other
Yeah.
on the other episodes. Oh, yeah, go ahead and join, Elite World University and Modern Business University. As you, this is for the students. If you keep joining, like, and chatting, and learning, you're gonna keep going up, and you're gonna gain more roles and higher roles. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up in one of our mentorship programs. We're gonna mentor you, and you're gonna be a teacher at the end. A coach that's gonna be able to um, help you make money from the students and plus your business. So that's great. That's that's gonna add up.
Yeah, and we're not like any of those bullshit courses that is so hard to get into that they make you do push ups, they make you post your everyday life. We're not any of that bullshit because you could look, let me tell you what, you could do like you could be perfect, wake up at 5 a.m., post a picture of it, and nothing's gonna change. It's like, you just woke up at the time. You didn't do nothing productive. You could wake up at like 3 p.m., but you could still be productive. You know, like I don't like courses like that where you just gotta send proof that you're eligible. Like we believe you're eligible. That's why you came to this podcast because you were coming to search for help, and we're here to help, and that's why we have our discords for that help. We got everything you need. So, yeah. So this
Believe it
was
or not,
episode one.
yeah,
Yeah.
believe it or not, man, we're not like any other, universities, so-called universities that teach you nothing. Just, our university has discipline, fitness, how to manage your class, so from low class to middle class to high class with us. And advertising, Google ads, Meta ads, YouTube ads, drop shipping. You have a bunch of things that you can learn from and start making money. And like I said, as you keep chatting and learning and hanging out with us, your role is gonna keep going higher, and yeah, you're gonna end up like a teacher, making money, from the university and plus your business.
Alright, now we're gonna conclude this episode once and for all. This was episode one of Elite Speech. If you're listening, it means you're different. If you were listening the whole time, that means like this course is for you. You're not like the rest. Join the Discord. Share this with somebody who needs it. And remember, episode 2 drops soon. We're just getting started. Like barely getting started. No. Alright.